Hello, welcome to the programme. Ballot papers are being prepared today for millions of public sector workers who are set to launch a series of strikes, starting with a day of action on the 30th of November in a bitter row over pensions. More than 20 unions representing up to 3 million workers, ranging from firefighters and school dinner ladies to social workers and driving test examiners, are on a collision course with the government. Our political editor Tom Bradby reports. Tom Bradby reporting there, and more now on what he was talking about. And some of the pressure from the European debt crisis eased a little last night, at least for now. France and Germany made clear they're determined to keep Greece in the euro. But President Sarkozy and Chancellor Merkel told the Greek Prime Minister he has to stick to his promises on cutting spending. Our Europe correspondent Martin Geisler has the details. The Prime Minister has called the latest unemployment figures disappointing. They show more than 2.5 million out of work. Women and young people have once again been badly hit. The number of jobs lost in the public sector has not, as the government had hoped, been offset by private companies creating as many new jobs. Our business editor Laura Koonsberg reports. A baby boy has died after being found with the body of his father at a house in Lancashire. 39-year-old taxi driver Paul McBride is thought to have tried to kill the boy before hanging himself. It happened at McBride's mother's house in Preston last night. The 6-month-old boy was taken to hospital but later pronounced dead. Lancashire police have launched a murder investigation and aren't looking for anyone else in connection with the incident. Lord Hanningfield has been arrested over allegations he made fraudulent expense claims while he was the leader of Essex County Council. The former Tory peer has already been jailed for fiddling his House of Lords expenses. He's now been questioned on fresh charges of making false claims at the council and has been released on bail until January. ITV News has learned that Kenyan police have made a second arrest in connection with the kidnap of a British holidaymaker and the murder of her husband. Our Africa correspondent Rohit Kachru is in Kenya and sent us this. 11 people have been killed in Argentina after a train hit a bus, then careered head-on into another train. Dramatic CCTV footage shows the moment of impact, as Yao Chin reports. On what would have been her 28th birthday, an Amy Winehouse charity was announced by her family and a new single released. Her father said he believed she had died because she tried to detox too quickly. Nina Nana reports. This is the ITV News at 5:30. Our top story this morning. Ballot papers are being prepared today for millions of public sector workers who are set to launch a series of strikes, starting with a day of action on the 30th of November in a bitter row over pensions. Well, time for a look at the morning's papers now, starting with the Daily Mail that's proclaiming the end of the sell-by date, basically plans to combat the amount of food wasted every year. Apparently, food worth £12 billion, that's about 5 million tonnes, is wasted every year because people are misled by the words sell-by, which is actually for stock control, rather than to say that food is unsafe. So that will be banned. Moving on to The Guardian, the headline is the unemployment figures that we heard about there, but also a story on the side about a huge shake-up in admissions to the university system. UCAS, the organisation that coordinates applications to degree courses, is apparently, according to the paper, suggesting pupils should apply to university once they have their A-level results, rather than as they do at the moment with their predicted grades, which could see A-levels taken as early as Easter. The Telegraph headline is about planning, but it does have a secondary story about shy children at risk of being given mental illness drugs, saying that too many children are being misdiagnosed and given Prozac or Ritalin for very simple diagnoses. And on the front page of The Independent, the picture there, all those in favour of a public strike on pensions, raise your hands, and everybody in that picture has their hand up. And that is the way the news is looking this morning. Daybreak is next on ITV1. We're back at the same time tomorrow. Meanwhile, from all of us here on the early team, it's goodbye and thanks for watching.